custom algorithms, we got one more for you. Now, there's one more button we haven't clicked yet, so we have to click all the buttons. You might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't really want to write my own custom algorithms. Wouldn't it be great if I could have an agent just do that for me? So let's do this one. So now we're going to do Agentic Cola. Now, I'm really excited about this one because I want to bring in an agent. This is an example of a real-life agent we're going to be integrating. There's many more, but let's add an expert. If you were at RampUp a couple weeks ago, you saw Newton Research do a demo, actually on the panel I did and also on Scott's keynote. And what they're doing actually is they're plugging in agents that can, specialist agents that can pull data from many different systems. They can actually execute code to go figure things out, and they can push those responses back into different platforms. Now, I called John and said, would you be willing to sign up Baca Cola as a client? And he said, I don't know what that is, but it sounds great. We're looking for clients. Let's do it. And so when we install the Baca Cola Newton Research agent, you'll see what happens. So this is actually what it does. So you can see there's a specialist agent doing measurement. So it goes out to Google Analytics. It's going to calculate conversions, figure out ROAS, and then it actually writes Python and executes it. There's a specialist that does that. The code runs, it comes back, and it tells us the ROAS was 427. It shows us how it worked out across a few different campaigns. And it says you should consider day part and adjusting dimension weights to improve returns. And say, great, let's do this. This is a different agent. This is the planning and activation agent. That's now going to say, OK, let's go break this down by creative, audience, and day part. Runs the code, comes out with a beautiful graph, and shows us a heat map. Next thing it does is it creates dimension weights, which is the things we just saw on Scope 3. It's going to push the dimension weights to Scope 3. Okay? It's going to actually go out, pull the data, put it into Scope 3 format, and write out those CSV files I just showed you. So here they come. It's knocking out 3 different files that it will push to the cloud and automatically start optimizing my campaign. No human involvement, I guess type in those prompts. But the idea here is that once you have this prompt cycle running, it will just do this continuously, learning, adding new data sources. So and that was an actual agent we just ran on stage, which is really cool. So we don't have to do anything for optimization. It is fully managed by the Newton Research agent. We just let it do its thing. So all we have to do is deploy it and decide where we want this strategy to run. You know what would be really cool, actually? We've talked about running these things on SSPs. What if we could run all of this intelligence on a DSP? What do you guys think about an agentic DSP?